Hey everyone, Cloud8 with you here, and we're checking out now, kind of doing one final wrap-up video, um, and I'll kind of explain my reasoning for that. Basically, like, if you were with us through the first four parts, you saw most of the first day into the early evening of the first day of the Battle of Gettysburg, and us playing as the Union side. Um, the middle to end of the last video, we kind of ran into some bugs. Units not engaging. We were fighting here just north of the Pennsylvania College, and I don't know, something was going on. I don't know if it was me or the game or both or what, but our units just weren't engaging, and it kind of worked out in our favor. We still won pretty easily. But the point of this video is that when I encountered that bug, I did some searching online and found that supposedly, at least, you know how release dates and stuff with patches and games go, but according to Darth, he's looking at releasing a version 1.1 upgrade to the game sometime in the next week or so. That should correct that bug, add a couple of different features as well. I think I read something about limbering and unlimbering artillery, the ability of units to fight and in hand-to-hand and also shoot at the same time, so it gets kind of chaotic. A lot of good information and changes in there, and updates to the game that I'm looking forward to. So that being said, I think this is a good introduction to the game. And I'll kind of like stop this particular series here, and then we'll look at picking it up after 1.1 comes out, when and if that comes out soon. So for now, I'll just kind of give you a wrap up and tell you what I thought, and again, solicit comments from you, whether it be on the history of the battle, what you saw in the game, how you thought the game related to the history, or if you want to go off topic and talk about aviation, I'm glad to do that too. I think that's cool. However, I'll tell you what I think. I think the game is pretty solid. I looked on my Steam profile and it looks like I played like a total of 5 hours, and unfortunately I think the only time I ever saw that serious bug with the units not really engaging like that was the time I was, of course, recording for you guys to watch. So it's not exactly a common thing, like once in 5 hours, but in a game like this where the whole point is to have those units engaging, it's kind of annoying. So not sure what's causing that. Hopefully it'll get fixed. This game's only been out, I might have to check my facts, but not that long. I think they went it was in early access for a while, like almost everything is nowadays, and then it went live, if you will, version 1.0 on like October, I want to say, of 2014. So only a few months, and he's already released 3, going on 4 patches for it. So he's definitely supporting it. I'm not really worried about these effects not getting fixed. Like, I think the fix is coming. It just takes time, and so we'll be patient with it. I think he's got good ideas going on to fix and update the game, and I think it'll just continue to get better as time goes on. I think the product that we have right now, version 1.03, is completely playable. It has a few bugs, nothing terrible. Like I said, one time that happened in 5 hours, but certainly a frustrating bug, as almost all bugs are. But overall, in terms of the game graphics, even on my old laptop, it runs just fine and smooth. And again, like, I think the map is amazing. The map is great. I really like the map. The scale is off, I guess you could say, if you wanted to complain about that, but I don't think that's really a big deal for this kind of game. It'd be nice to see, like, I don't know if there was like the Iron Brigade, right? They were famous for wearing like I think it was the black hats that they would wear. And if we could see just like little details like that, that'd be great. But is that really something that I'd push for? Not necessarily, but a nice addition. I think we talked about Reynolds and how he actually died on the first day of battle. If you were not careful with your generals and you put them too close to the front lines, like, it'd be nice to see them get killed or even just wounded, and like it lowers their ability or something like that, if it lowered the morale of the units around them, and so you got a pop up that said, hey, General Reynolds has been wounded, or something like that. I think that'd be a cool addition. The line of sight thing is great. I really like that. I like the firing arc thing, really great. I love the movement, like this kind of arrow. I think that's just really cool, and it's pretty simple. And I think that the AI, like on your friendly AI, does a good job of reacting to the battle situation, so that you're not overly micromanaging things. The enemy AI, which is kind of the big feature of the game, at least it seemed to me that that was what was being touted as like a big feature of the game. I think it performed fairly well. And again, I caveat that the way I say that because I picked like the easiest difficulty level. So the fact that I was able to beat it, it just means that I'm not completely worthless at the game. So when 1.1 comes out and we revisit the game, I'll turn up the difficulty probably and see what happens with that. I think it understood where and when to press objectives. It looked for the opportunity to flank us the whole time. It was able to take Oak Ridge from us, but it did so in a way that cost it way more troops, so many casualties that then it couldn't press larger objectives really later on. So it was able to take this, but it never even got close to even pressing Seminary Ridge, much less the main objectives down here. It did look as if it was looking for opportunities to engage us, and again, that could just be because that's how that particular AI was programmed. It was the opportunist AI, so it wasn't overly aggressive and it wasn't very competent. So any of the gripes, quote unquote, and I won't say that I have any gripes really, but any of them could be attributed to the fact that I didn't pick an overly difficult AI. So graphics, solid, not amazing. But definitely solid. I do like the way the buildings and stuff look. The map is great if you're into the history and the geography of the area. The cover system I think works well. The high ground works well. Morale condition kind of, the actual gameplay works pretty well I think, minus a bug here and there, but not overly bad. Certainly not unplayable by any means. And the support that I've seen seems to be pretty good and continuous. So overall, I would definitely recommend this game. If you're a fan of real-time strategy, I think you'd enjoy it. If you're a fan of Civil War history and real-time strategy, then I'm going to go ahead and for $15, I'm going to say you need to go get it. It's good enough for me to say like, yep, you definitely need to go pick this one up. So you guys let me know what you thought of the series. Like I said, whether it's the military aspect, the history aspect, or the game aspect, let me know what you thought, and we can have a discussion about it, and hopefully when the new patch comes out, we can revisit it, and in the meantime, I'll maybe pick up some other strategy games and take a look at those. So until then, fly safe and game on, guys.